The night sky split like a wound opening above Howlverse. It didn't tear with thunder, nor with lightning, but with a ripple, a soft distortion, as if someone dragged a finger through reality itself. The moon, normally silver, calm, watchful, flickered violently. Its glow dimmed, surged, dimmed again like a candle burning low and fighting to stay alive. Luna Gray felt it first. Her massive wolf form stood atop the old bleachers beside the abandoned school field, amber eyes widening as the ripple passed through her fur like cold static. Her claws dug into rusted metal. She wasn't alone. Two silhouettes emerged from the shadows, towering werewolves lit only by the failing moon. Mayor Darius McCoy, crimson-eyed, trench coat tattered around his wolf-massive shoulders. Dr. Lyra Moon, violet-eyed, graceful and terrifying, her scrubs torn at the seams to fit her lupine shape. All three turned toward the forest simultaneously, because something was glowing there. A soft lantern light, pale, ghostly, swaying. It wasn't warm, it wasn't alive, it was wrong. The glow thickened until it became a pillar of washed-out white light spilling across the forest floor like liquid moonfire. The trees bent away from it, their shadows stretching long, thin, and trembling. Then the shadow inside the glow stepped forward. Her lantern swung on a chain of blackened bone. The hood of her torn cloak hid nothing. Her face shone like wax, eyes hollow recesses swirling with embers of stolen souls. The lantern witch had returned. She lifted her lantern, and her voice rose like 1,000 whispers layered together, each belonging to someone who no longer breathed. "My spell nears completion," she whispered. "Howlverse will fade into my realm forever." Lantern light splashed across the leaves, and suddenly dozens of shadowy human shapes flickered into existence around her. Distorted silhouettes. Hollow outlines trapped inside the lantern's glow, reaching, twitching, flickering like torn film. Luna stepped forward, breath freezing. She knew those shapes. Her classmates, her teachers, her neighbors, her friends. Everyone who vanished in the first night of the curse. Her heart stuttered painfully inside her massive chest. Lyra's tail lowered, ears flattening. Darius growled, low and thunderous. But the witch was not done. The ground beneath them rippled like soft clay. Doorframes along the town's edge twisted sideways, stretching into impossible spirals. Street lamps bent like molten metal. Windows flickered in and out of existence. Houses pulsed like they were breathing. Slow, rhythmic inhalations of creaking wood. Howlverse was turning unreal. Darius snarled. "She's pulling the town into her world." Lyra's voice trembled as she analyzed, even in wolf form. The boundary is already thinning. She's merging realms. Luna's claws scraped the earth. The lantern witch stepped fully into the mortal world, and reality shuddered around her. No one needed to say a word. All three wolves lunged forward. The witch raised her lantern. Reality split. The forest vanished in a blink. Fog poured in from every direction, swallowing vision, swallowing sound, swallowing space. The witch floated between trees that were there one moment, gone the next, flickering like broken animation cells. She stepped sideways and reappeared 20 feet away. Realm walking. She moved not through space, but between spaces, slipping in and out of a fog-filled void where physics meant nothing. Lyra snarled, "She's slicing through dimensions." Darius bounded after her, smashing through a melting oak tree that dissolved into dust as his shoulder hit it. The witch flicked her lantern. A beam of pale light shot outward, vanishing light, cutting trees in half, turning them to ash. The wolves barely dodged. Branches evaporated behind them. "Spread," Darius barked. "She's trying to hurt us." But she was doing more than that. She was hunting. The town flickered into view around them, walls stretching, roads folding like ribbon. A car melted into liquid metal and slid into the ground with a gurgle. A fire hydrant elongated like a neck and then snapped back. Street paint peeled upward, floating like paper spirits. Luna's breath trembled. This is what she wants Howlverse to be. A place where nothing makes sense. Where reality has no rules. Where she is queen. Lyra's eyes widened with sudden clarity. Every monster they fought in earlier encounters, the Ember Wolf's flames, the Oni Ronin's cursed armor, the Mireborn's swamp-binding magic, they were ritual pieces, Lyra whispered. Darius stopped short. Explain. The Ember Wolf was fire, the Oni Ronin was form, the Mireborn was decay. Each monster represented a component of transformation magic. The truth fell on them like a weight. The witch hadn't been attacking them randomly. She'd been constructing the final spell using living pieces. And now, the ritual was complete. Luna staggered suddenly. Voices crawled into her ears, soft, trembling, heartbroken. "Luna, help us! Luna, where are you? Please, please don't leave us. We're cold. We're scared." Luna froze mid-step. Her classmates' voices, her teachers, her friends. She could hear them. Their silhouettes appeared in the fog, reaching hands, pleading faces, hollow eyes. "Stop," Lyra warned. "Luna, don't listen." Luna's paws slid forward involuntarily. She took one step, then another. The witch's lantern glow brightened, sliding nearer like a lure on a fishing line. Darius launched himself sideways and slammed Luna to the ground. "Don't listen," he roared. "Those are her lies." But Luna shook violently beneath him. "They're not lies," she whispered, voice breaking. "They're trapped." The witch materialized directly behind them. Her lantern dangled inches above the ground. Her voice slid through the air like cold poison. "They call for you, Luna Gray. Join them, and the ritual will be complete." Before Darius or Lyra could strike, she flicker-stepped backward through a tear in reality, drifting effortlessly into the center of town as the buildings warped behind her like bending shadows. The wolves sprinted after her. Fog swallowed them whole. Reality tore open in jagged lines behind. Howlverse was dying. When they reached the plaza, the lantern witch floated above the fountain ruins, lanterns sweeping slowly in a widening circle, dragging the town's last anchor points of reality into her void. Stone melted like wax. Light bled upward like reversed rain. Human silhouettes circled above her like trapped constellations. Lyra suddenly gasped. "I know how to trap her." Darius's ears perked. Luna shook off residual whisper haze. "Tell us." "Moonlight rituals. Ancient rites that bind spectral entities. They only work if you reflect moonlight into a confined circle. It pins down creatures tied to astral magic." They glanced upward. The moon flickered again, weak but still shining. They didn't have long. Lyra dashed through the warped plaza, scavenging. Silver mirrors cracked from collapsing homes, jagged glass shards from broken lanterns, twisted metal from warped street signs. Any reflective surface that still existed. Darius tore down a bent lamppost and hammered its flattened metal into a reflective panel. Luna gathered mirror shards with trembling paws. Together, they assembled a wide circle of reflective surfaces around the plaza, angled precisely to catch the moonlight, and now they needed a lure. Luna swallowed hard. "I'll bring her to the center." Darius stepped forward. "No, she wants you. That makes it too risky." "That's why it'll work," Luna said, voice firm. "She'll follow me. She always does." Lyra pressed a paw on Luna's shoulder. "Be quick. Once she enters the circle, her realm walking should collapse." Luna nodded, then sprinted toward the witch. "Luna? Luna? Come closer." The witch drifted downward, lantern opening wider like an eye. Light surged toward Luna. The silhouettes inside writhed painfully. Luna forced her fear down. "Come get me." The witch lunged. The lantern brightened. Reality peeled open like paper behind her. Luna sprang backward, straight into the silver-lit circle. Moonlight snapped inward. The witch froze midair. For the first time, she couldn't move. Her lantern flickered. Her robe shredded like smoke. Her face cracked like porcelain splitting. Darius roared and leapt. Lyra raised a shard of moon-infused glass. The moonlight cage tightened. The witch shrieked, a sound like a storm trapped inside a scream. The wolves attacked as one. Darius's claws raked her form, ripping spectral flesh. Lyra shattered her final silver mirror over the witch's chest, binding her more tightly. Luna lunged upward and slammed her claws into the lantern. The lantern cracked, then shattered. Light erupted. Not fire, not magic. Pure, blinding daylight. It soared upward, spiraling, and then, like falling stars, every vanished human plummeted from the sky. Figures fell like dozens, hundreds of glimmering embers. They hit the ground with soft gasps, coughing in air, alive, confused, crying, clutching each other. The witch staggered backward, her form collapsing into fading smoke. Her last breath was a curse, a spiteful whisper. If humans return, wolves remain. The curse shot outward like black lightning. It wrapped around Luna first, coiling around her limbs, her chest, her muzzle. Then Darius, then Lyra. Their bodies convulsed violently. Their fur receded, then stopped. Their claws shrank, then stopped. Their muzzles shortened, then stopped. Transformation reversed, but froze halfway. Not human, not wolf. Both permanent. Luna gasped as the magic finished fusing inside her bones. Lyra staggered to her knees. Darius braced against the ruined fountain. Humans stared at them in dawning horror. Children cried, parents hid behind cars, some whispered prayers, others screams. But some simply stared, knowing these wolves had saved them. The Lantern Witch's final wail faded into nothing. The ritual was broken, but the price remained. The pack, Luna, Lyra, and Darius, stood beneath the newly restored moon, silver light tracing their hybrid forms. No way back, no cure, no returning to who they once were. Luna whispered, voice low, ragged, steady, "Nothing will ever be the same." Darius placed a heavy paw, now half-hand, against her shoulder. "No," he agreed, "but this town still needs us." Lyra exhaled shakily, violet eyes glowing, and the witch's realm didn't die with her. Something else may have escaped. Their silhouettes stretched across the plaza, long and sharp under the moon. Howlverse breathed again, alive but trembling. The humans were back, the wolves remained, and the night was far from over.